today I want to talk about fear mongering in the health and wellness industry. Not that there aren't other industries that use fear mongering, but this is the industry that I know. And the reason why I've had a little trouble talking about it is I'm not sure I want to rock the boat, but at some point in time, you just have to realize that some things need to be called out to protect your own patients. Also, another reason why I want to talk about it is I have people coming to me all the time, like asking me about the newest, latest, greatest, whatever it is that is being shoved to them in whatever social media or wherever they get their information. And half the time I've never even seen or heard of these things. And then sometimes it all looks really kind of scammy to me sometimes. And I always worry and wonder about it. Anyway, so I want to give you a few things to think about as you're going through this. Number one is, are they demonizing something? This doesn't always have to be a very specific or overt thing. It can be subtle. It can be like, oh, if you don't do this very specific thing, you're going to get sick. So what they're demonizing is your inaction to do what they want you to do. Something very specific is if you're following a grocery store walker who points to your like very favorite oatmeal and says, this oatmeal is toxic, and if you eat it, you're poisoning yourself. So that's demonizing the oatmeal. And so number two, are they feeding on a fear that you already have? And don't want to get into this too much, but let's say you have a fear of carbs, and I don't mean that in like you're scared of them way, but like you feel like if you eat them, like it's bad for you, and there's a literal health fear of eating too many carbs. It's legitimate. A lot of people have it. So let's say this reinforces your fear of eating carbs because this person says, oh, this is toxic, and you're like, oh, good, I'm glad I'm not eating. Or like maybe you like oatmeal, but you're afraid, and you're like, well, this gives me more confirmation that I need to stay away from that. Number three, are they creating a fear that you didn't have? Like, let's say that's your favorite oatmeal. You've been eating it several times a week for several years, and you've always felt good and never had any issues with it. But now all of a sudden you realize you've been poisoning yourself for however many years because this guy on the internet says it's toxic. If you really trust that person telling you, this is a very damaging messaging in and of itself. So number four, are they selling you the cure to the problem that they just created? So let's say they just confirmed your fear or created a fear, and then the more you watch them, you realize that they are selling an alternative, and it's the most nutrient dense, best thing, a superfood you'll ever get, and you're gonna be so healthy if you buy it, and it's always gonna be 100 times more expensive than your favorite oatmeal. Okay. And number five, if they use absolute language, that is another red flag. So that's kind of like, if you do this, you're going to get sick. Or if you don't take action, this bad thing's going to happen. Those types of things, like you have to stop eating this oatmeal, or you're gonna have a good high fiber content and your poops will be good. Like, I'm sorry, anyways, the absolute language is also a red flag. So look for that. I want you guys to be safe out there, and I want you guys to be like armed with knowledge, and I love and care about you. And if you have any questions, let me know. And if you are someone who leans towards the fear mongering, please let's stop and think about how damaging that is. All right, have a good one.